I woke up in bed with a stripper. I'm like, dang, you a stripper and a plug? Like, who did I just sleep with?
That would be having me messed up lately. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
What's up, my sunflowers? It's Sunnidread in here. Alright, before we get into it, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of me. And for the new ones, hello. I love you already for even just clicking on this video. I don't want to waste no time, so let's get into it. I'm going to be giving you a story time about me waking up in bed with a stripper. I didn't know exactly where I was and things like that. So if this is the type of content you like to see, make sure that you comment and give me your insight. Give me your story down here so we can all laugh together and enjoy these moments, you know, these memories that we used to have. So I woke up in bed with a stripper in Como, Mississippi. I did not know who this lady was. I don't know her from a can of paint at all. So let me go back to the beginning so you guys can know how it all had played out. So my homegirls, I was in a family. I was one of the priests, and my stepfather and her daughter all invited me to go out to this club. I think it was called Red Apple or something like that. It's in Memphis at the time, and I was a little yay high little thing. You know, I've been all types of gay, I'm gonna tell you that. So I was a very masculine stud at that time. I was sagging, I had grills, you know, my hair cut, you know, you really couldn't tell me anything at that time. So anyway, they was like, yeah, let's go to the club, you know, see these strippers. Yeah, and you know, my stud, they was like,
yeah, young man, I'm gonna show you, you know, how to pull something.
You know what I'm saying, tonight. So we was drinking the entire time, like, we drank so much, and I think at that time I didn't know any better about mixing clear and brown at the time. I didn't know, nobody told me anything. We get to the club, and it's just beautiful women everywhere, you know. It's like just a zoo full of happy people, and I was in love, you know. I was like, oh my God, you know, this is probably like my second, third time even just going out into the gay scene at that time. So yeah, my cherry was popped. So as the night go on or whatever, I started tipping the strippers. They dancing and stuff like that. They, you know, we getting our little lap dances and stuff around, and you know, one stripper particularly was into your girl, you know. And so I'm a big stepper at the end of the day. You know, I'm probably quiet, very introverted and stuff like that. I sculpt the scene, but I'm a big stepper, you know what I'm saying, in real life, you feel me? You know, don't get mad at my pimping, you feel me? Yeah, so I started spitting that crack to her. I was like, yo, you know, so you beautiful, I like how you dancing, you know, woo woo. After that, my rest of my night actually blunk out. I really can't even tell y'all really in depth what even happened at the party, because this is years and years ago, and I literally just blunk out. So the people I went with, they were just gone. I don't even know how I even left the club. And so anyway, I remember it was like a Father's Day of me waking up. When I woke up, I just wake up in this hotel room, white walls. I look at my clothes, I'm like, oh my God, I'm naked. Then I see this girl, you know, thick, voluptuous, tattoos everywhere, piercings everywhere, literally hair down her you know, to her ass. And I'm just like, who are you? Like, who is this person? I was like, I know for a fact. I was like, oh my God, I done smashed this lady, you know. I done smashed her. And the only reason I woke up because I heard her saying, happy Father's Day. She was telling me about Happy Father's Day. So I'm like, dang, it is Father's Day. So after me just, you know, like going through like, where am I? Instantly picked up the phone and I called my daddy, who I thought it was at the time, and I said, Happy Father's Day, woo woo. And he was like, where you at? And then that's what it it dawned on me, I don't know where the hell I'm at. And I look around and I'm like, I don't know her name. So I'm like, hey, where am I? And she was like, you don't know where you at? And I was like, She was like, you in Como, Mississippi. I said, Como, Mississippi?
Como, Mississippi?
And she was like, yeah, you want to come with me. And you did. You don't remember nothing. I was like, then let me call you back. So hung up the phone with my dad and started talking to her, trying to figure out what was going on. And so, you know, me looking at her, she's definitely not my type, I would say. Not my type. It literally had to been all that drink. So I guess what back in the day we used to call her a butterhead, and that's what she was. She was a butterhead. And I'm just crying inside my body. I'm like, so anyway, she's sitting there. She was like, so you don't remember nothing that was going on? I'm like, nah. She was like, well, for you to be your age, you are very good at what you do. So I'm like, you know, really? But then I'm like, wait, you know, like it's just too much going on. Like, who are you? And why am I in this hotel room in Como, Mississippi on a Father's Day? And why did my friends even like, well, why did they even let me go back with this lady? And I don't even know her. You know, like, how did this even happen? So I get up and I'm like, I'm just still digesting things, and I'm just like, dang, I need to brush my teeth. I ain't got no clothes. I just started worrying. I'm like, I ain't got nothing. I literally got nothing but the clothes that I came here with, and that was from the club. And so she was like, well, I went to Walmart or whatever, and you know, I got you some toothbrush and stuff like that. You can wash this, you know, brush yourself up, and then I'm gonna go take you to the mall so you can go shopping. So I'm like, okay, who's gonna turn down a shopping spree? Like, who's? Not me at that time. I was like, what, 16? You know what I'm saying? 16, 17 years old. I was like, okay. So I got myself together, brushed my teeth. She got herself together or whatever. And we really was just doing like a little small talk as we were getting ready. And I was just trying to like get little hints because I didn't want her to know I didn't know who she was. I was still trying to play it off like, yeah, I remember, because only because she told me that I laid it down or whatever. I think that's what had happened. So anyway, y'all, this is over here. I probably contradicted myself. This so long ago, girl. So anyway, we get in the car, and the battery's gonna go out. So yeah, I gotta think about where I left off at. So she said she was gonna take me on a shopping spree because I ain't had no clothes or anything like that, and she just brought me down to Como. You know, I didn't know who she was, type stuff. So she ended up taking me to shopping. So we get in the car or whatever. We get in the car. I'm sitting down or whatever, and she was like, "Hey, do me a favor and go pop the trunk." So I'm like, okay. She was like, grab a little something up out of there and, you know, bring it in so we can go ahead and do what we need to do to make our trip back to Memphis. I could take you back home. So, okay. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I goes and open up the back of the trunk. Open up the trunk. It's just pounds and pounds and pounds of straight gas in her trunk. And I'm like, dang, you a stripper and a plug? Like, who did I just sleep with? Like, my mind was just gone. So I grabbed, like, knowing me just being young, I just grabbed a whole fistful, put it in there, and she gave me like a whole pack of like just swishers and stuff like that to roll up in. And I go about my way. So I feel like I'm feeling safe at this point. You know, I'm feeling safe. You got me, you went to Walmart, you thought about me. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna go on a shopping spree. You just gave me a whole fistful of gas, and you know, shoot, I'm cooling. I'm thugging it. So we on our way, we blowing the whole way to the mall. So get to the mall, you know, we just walking through stores and stuff like that, and me, you know, I'm still looking at price tags. I'm like, it's probably too. I'm trying to consider her pockets. It's probably too high. I just get this and get that, and some shoes and stuff like that. But she was like, you like that? You like that? I gotta put it in the basket, put it out, and it was literally anything that I like. You dang on Skippy, I put it in the bag, just threw it in the bag, and she paid for literally everything. Literally everything. And I think the song Best I Ever Had Drake was real big around that time, and I had bought a shirt She bought me, well, she bought the shirt. It said best I ever had, and that's the shirt that I wore that day. And so we driving whatever, and I'm learning things about her. This is after we left the mall. She got me everything I wanted, and we riding back to Memphis, back to drop me off at home or whatever. And so on the way there, I'm finding out more things about her. I'm finding out that she was like 36, something like that. She was in her mid-30s, and I'm just 16, 17 years old. And she had children my age, you know what I'm saying? So when you look back on stuff like this, you like, wow. I basically I don't even want to say it. Like, I really don't want to say it. That's how cringy it kind of is. But I enjoyed myself. I really did. I guess you can't say it's that then, because I enjoyed myself. Like, the after part. I didn't know what I was going through, you know, during it. And so, yeah, I found out her age. She had kids and stuff like that. And, you know, really just the overall hustler out here. And this is the stuff that she do. She make her moves. And that's how she is. And she learned a little about me, you know. She learned I was a little young buck. And but I moved like a grown person in bed apparently, and it was cool. She was just asking me about the experience. She was like, how did you feel? She asked me how was it, and I just started making up things like this because like I said, I didn't really remember that night. So I was just like, yeah, man, I was so young. I was like, yeah, you do put it down, and I like this and that. And she was like, yeah, for real. I was like, yeah. I feel so hard. I feel so hard back then. Y'all, it was just crazy. So by the time I ended up driving back to the house. It was my friend's house though. The friends who left me with her, and turns out she knew them the entire time. Like, she knew my friends. They were buddies and stuff like that. So I get to the house, I'm like, y'all knew her this entire time. They was like, sup my boy. She was like,
hey, I like your shirt.
Hey, you probably the best she is. She did have, and she was just like, you know, throwing out little hints and stuff, and it was just super funny. And that's the story of me waking up in bed with a stripper. If you guys want to see more videos of me and listen to more interesting stories, trust me, I got a lot more where this is coming from. Trust me, I had a very adventurous life. So if you guys want more, make sure that you comment, you subscribe, and you like, and you share this with a friend. Alright, my sunflowers, I love you and love and light. Sunnidread out.
Be having me messed up lately. I go 0 to 100 real quick.